Welcome to Snaccidents! Hey, you might be asking yourself, what's a Snaccident?
Have you been out with friends and accidentally eaten all the appetizers for the table?
Have you sat on the couch for your favourite show and eaten a whole can of Pringles after only the first episode?
Have you gone up for your third plate at the family barbecue when everyone else is still in their first?
Then you, my friends, have had a Snaccident.
But that's okay. We're not here to judge, we're here to help.
By judging.
We accept this dark, dark hunger that lives in every one of us, but we're here to offer you better quality Snaccidents through careful consideration and cutthroat democracy.
Each episode, we bring snacks that we love in a head-to-head battle, an ultimate Snacc-down, where we taste and score each other's snacks and vote on the final Snack Champ.
At the end of each episode, the final
Snack Champ
will go on to fight the winner of the next episode and become our version of a Snack Highlander, or as we like to call it,
Snacklander. Now, what snacks qualify as competitors?
These can be any food or drink item easily attainable. We want to keep it simple and accessible so you can join in the fun at home.
Now, these can be snacks that need small amounts of preparation such as cooking, microwaving, or boiling, but they must consist of the product and just that.
Exactly. Now, with that out of the way, let's introduce ourselves as your guides and experts.
I'm Charlie, your limited edition snack addict.
And I'm Sam, your amateur chocolatier. And now, a quick message from our sponsor, Cocolo Treats, an online luxury confectionery brand based in Wiltshire.
They sell a variety of confectionery goods including handmade chocolate bars, creamy fudge, and pick-and-mix sweets, as well as specialty coffee and tea.
They have a wide selection of gifts that are perfect for everyone, so head to www.cocolotreats.com to browse their full collection. Right, before we start, I want to give a quick shout out to our friend Lauren for letting us know you can now get those vegan Kinder Bueno, as we mentioned, in Boots. So cheers for passing that on. Now, the theme this episode is
Vegetarian.
We might love meat,
but veggies can be victorious too, and there's only one way to find out which one's gonna take the crown.
And this episode we have a real deal vegetarian veteran, Bella King.
Hello. It's me. I'm a vegetarian.
It's Bella. Bella, do you have a snack that you can share with us?
Well, I did struggle because mainly I just enjoy and succeed with all things I eat. It's my main joy in life. However,
of course.
Did you know, fairly boring fact, that Quavers and What's-Its, the leftover bits when Walkers make proper crisps. So anyway,
sad cousins.
Yeah. So big fan of What's-Its, love the cheesiness, kind of gets in your teeth, it's a little bit aggravating, but that's okay. During lockdown, I discovered giant What's-Its. And not only are they giant, but they come in like extreme sized bags, which is probably enough for like 6 people.
Oh no.
It was lockdown, I was bored, I was alone, I sat in my room, I was watching TV, and yeah, just decided to eat, actually I think it was like a tub of Ben & Jerry's and the whole bag of giant What's-Its. It was a thing, it was a lockdown thing. Loved it, had a great time, led down to rest my eyes post snack, and at the age of 27 I had an incident. I had a little sicky incident via the What's-Its, and that's why I stacked them. Basically, it brought me great shame. So that was a great time, and it's never been the same since. But I do still look at them fondly, but they haven't passed
From
on.
a distance.
So, yeah. I feel like if I smelled one, it would take me back to that dark place.
A trigger.
Yeah. That's my thing.
The What's-It's got the better of you.
Yeah, it was a dark time.
I mean, I think everyone's been there in lockdown. I think everyone knows how that feels.
Yeah, the extreme binge is real.
Have you been up to anything else that's not What's-Its recently?
Well, I'm scared to mention this. Don't ask me to say anything in Spanish. Don't do that.
Okay.
But I've attempted Duolingo. I've been learning some Espanol. I'm on like a 130-day streak. Just want to put it out there.
My mum's on like a 2,000-day streak with French, and it's like, I'm like, can you speak any French? And she's like, no, but I can read it very good.
Yeah.
I can listen to it.
Yeah.
She's my inspiration. Oh my god, I need to hook up with that.
I've learned a
Just
little
do
bit of
it.
Spanish, and the entire time I've been talking, I can't think of a single word that I know other than bibliothèque.
Library. I know that one. That's a good one. Yeah.
I've got German.
Exactly. Okay.
Ich habe ein sehr großes Wurst auf mein Hose.
I don't know if I want to know what that means.
The large sausage in my trousers.
Oh, okay.
That's his slang, Riley.
I don't know anything else.
That's boring. That's the only thing I learned. Fantastic. Well, we're all very
language.
language intellectuals. Charles, what have you been up to?
Well, as you know, I got a delivery of a board game called Massive Darkness 2 quite recently. I got 2 stacking boxes worth of game. Becky, my better half, also got 2 copies of the game. And I've taken all of it out. I took all of the stuff out, all of the components, set them out on a table, organised them, put them together, put them in my little binder thing, and then I realised they weren't meant to go together. So I took hours and hours going through all of these cards and stuff that were meant to be in separate campaign boxes and stuff, and had to take them apart, and it was a terrible, terrible waste of time. But I know how to play now, and we're going to play a game next week.
Absolutely. Can I just say, I did see it when Charlie had all of the cards perfectly assembled in this beautiful rack. And it did look amazing, and it looked like a lot of cards.
It was a lot of cards.
So that, yeah, I can imagine that did take quite some time.
Yeah, there are about 300 models in the pack as well. It's a miniature game. Like a dungeon crawler.
There's so much plastic.
Yeah, Becky
High quality plastic.
has a new Instagram called Massive Darkness Paint Quest, where she is going to try and paint every single miniature, and she's updating it daily, so go and have a look at that.
Wow, good job, Becky. Definitely go check that out.
Sam, what about you? What have you been up to?
Well, I have only just finished the massive box of American candy and snacks my wonderful girlfriend Fern gifted me. It was basically a massive container of different shake sugar and, as it turned out, also pain. To be clear, the flavour-changing bubblegum, the SpongeBob Krabby Patties were awesome, but there was a particular type of crisp, or I guess potato chips, that I'd want to try called Takis, and I was lucky enough to get a bag in my bundle. However, these were the Fuego, extra hot, like purple ones, and I did make the faux pas of eating this sizable bag in one sitting, and the next 24 hours was just like, my insides were fire. Top tip, don't do that. Don't do that thing.
I feel that pain.
You didn't see that coming. You didn't go, there's this really, really hot thing. I'm going to eat it and then I'll be fine afterwards.
I had a Snaccident.
Okay.
I had a Snaccident and a lot of regret. Well, now it's time to move into the first round and see what we've brought.
So now we'll each get the chance to fight our case for the snacks we've brought and why we love them.
So, the snack I brought with me today isn't just my favourite veggie substitute, but more importantly is a food that I think legit changed the game. For like 10 years I had to suffer going out to fancy dinners and having a truly vast selection of ground up vegetables with breadcrumbs, ground up vegetables with breadcrumbs and an amount of spice to rival the deserts of Arrakis, another spicy death but with beans, or the early offerings of tofu that I swear were just mattress foam.
You know, Sam, I want to tell you a secret here. You can just eat vegetables and they're tasty.
Oh, but this is the thing, they didn't really offer that.
What? They don't offer vegetables?
What, farmers? It's not.
Who doesn't offer
these
other
very
fancy restaurants?
These very exclusive fancy restaurants.
Restaurants.
No, a lot of chains and stuff like that, but they just weren't really on
Okay,
board
so
yet.
restaurants, I normally eat at home. But yeah, okay, I get you, yeah.
But then, from the shadows, like a squeaky but delicious dark night, rose the almighty halloumi! This went from nothing to, I think, pretty much almost everywhere instantly, and it's pretty obvious why. The particular example I brought with me today are the Brew City halloumi fries. And holy f***, these bad boys kick ass, and I'm pretty sure you'll agree, they're an absolute home dunk slam run.
I, at the moment, am having an experiment with halloumi because just recently, every now and again, I'm on a new diet, mostly vegetable things. Something in my new vegetarian diet is giving me a bad tum. So it'll be interesting to cross halloumi off the list today. Or maybe not, and I'll need to leave.
Just leave halloumi wanted posters everywhere around the house.
It is nice though. I do like the stuff.
I'm a real big fan because it's not just fries either. It comes in so many different like shapes and sizes. You can put it with sweet, savoury. You know, you get some basil leaves, like a strawberry on that. Ooh.
I think we can all agree it has to be cooked right though. It's got to be cooked right. I've had some overcooked halloumi. Oh, rough. Not necessarily even burnt, just when you cook it so much that some of the moisture leaves it and it is like a squeaky
It's
misery.
like old mattress foam.
Yes, yeah, maybe.
I've never not fried halloumi.
What?
Really?
Barbecue halloumi is popular.
Oh, barbecue halloumi's banging. Love it.
Cheese is cheese.
So, Bella, what have you brought today?
I have brought a Beyond Meat sausage. I found it extremely hard to choose because there are so many delicious things out there. The reason I went for the Beyond Meat sausage was I feel like Beyond Meat is having its moment.
Oh, absolutely. It's Beyond Meat burgers. Whew.
Yeah, and I feel like everyone knows about burgers and they are amazing, completely delicious. Get a bit of cheese on that, oh my god. But I feel like people don't know about the sausage as much, and it is a different texture and a different taste. They're a bit phallic. I don't know why they're so big and long, but there's no need for that. It's extreme.
Yeah, I must say, I hadn't seen the ones before that you've brought today. I have had, obviously, other Beyond Meat products, which are fantastic. It is a weird choice to make them so that shape.
Why would someone want one giant sausage? Because that's not what sausages are about. Yeah, there's no need for them to be so extremely big. But apart from that, they're completely delicious. And yeah, I just want to get it out there that like Beyond Meat do the sausages too.
Also, phallic sausages, but like, how's it more phallic than a normal sausage?
Because you'll see it when we fry it.
Okay, no,
You'll see what I'm saying.
Let's leave this topic of conversation until I've seen the sausage.
Yeah, I think we all know what I'm saying. But look, once you fry it up, you will understand.
Anyway, I've never tried any of the Beyond Meat products, so I'm looking forward to trying these bad boys.
I mean, I have, and they do taste pretty good, so you know what? Open mind. Looking forward to it.
I'm a bit sad that there's not going to be like a bun or anything to put it in.
Or some mayonnaise.
There's a new segment, I'll have you know, called Mayonnaise. Brilliant name. Where I try all of the snacks with mayonnaise.
Honestly, this particular episode is going to be pretty good for that.
It's going to be shit hot.
The next one is not.
No.
The next one's going to
the
be
Easter
awful.
episode, not so good.
No. Right, well, so, Charles, what have you brought today?
Okay, so today I have brought Carlos Takeaway Garlic Pizza. I'm going to make this one short, snappy, and to the point. Do you like garlic bread? Yes, me too. Well, Carlos has its ratios on point for this disc of delight. Nice, fluffy, thick base, heavy on the cheese, heavier on the garlic, and it's perfect size to go with your favourite veggie dishes. It can do no wrong.
I mean, I don't know anyone who doesn't like garlic bread, honestly.
Do you like garlic bread? I'll let you answer this time, yeah. Everyone likes garlic bread.
Yeah.
And I will say, there's far too many of them out there that, you know, you just get like a little garlic pizza, whatever the thing to go on the side of, and yeah, they do just skip out on like all the cheese, all the actual flavour and stuff. It's like, hey, it's bread. It's like, nah, that wasn't the bit.
No, it's real good. You're going to kick yourself for only getting one because they are quite small. I think with the three of us here, it's going to be painful, the amount that we have to share.
Like when we had the corn nugs.
Yeah, it's going to be different. It's going to be groundbreaking.
Well, I am a big garlic fan, so I'm looking forward to trying this. I have seen the size already when you brought it in, and yeah, it looks pretty appropriate. It looks like something you could happily add to the side of the thing without it seeming unreasonable.
Yeah, not going to have a full double XL pizza if you're having a meal as well.
I mean...
Well, you might.
Yeah, I might. Certainly you can try.
I'm a changed man, Sam.
Okay, I'm not. Fantastic.
Can we eat this stuff now?
It's time to taste.
But first, snack facts. Did you know the founder of Domino's Pizza built his own Catholic town in Florida with a fully accredited college? However, all pornography is banned and not a single Domino's in sight.
I mean, like when the guy who owns the company decides not to put one of his own restaurants in the town that he's built, there's a lack of faith.
And there's some cult shit going on there, probably.
Yeah, definitely. Did you know KFC has tried even more crazy products from edible coffee cups to cheese top burgers, which is cheese on top of the bun, no idea why, and even an airline complete with in-flight KFC meal.
Edible coffee cups. What's wrong with an edible coffee? You drink the coffee, num num num, delicious. Unless it
Coffee
melts.
seeps through,
Okay.
makes soggy cup. bad.
I was thinking of like a chocolate coffee cup when you said that, like made of chocolate.
No, it's like made of biscuit.
Oh no, horrible idea.
Horrible idea. That's
Snack facts.
So, we just tried the garlic bread pizza. Bella, what do you think?
I thought it was soft and floury. I liked the garlic taste. It was lacking a lot on cheese and perhaps, for my taste, slightly undercooked. It could have done with a little bit of crispy cheese on there. I do think it was yummy.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a little bit mild. Yeah, I think unfortunately with this one, we definitely got one where there was a bit of a lacking of cheese compared to...
I feel as though I've stiffed you both, honestly. It's one of those where I presented it with heavy on cheese, heavier on garlic, and we got a dud.
We got a dud. It's unfortunate. I mean, to be honest, when I go for garlic bread, I want it to be like swimming in garlic oil. Like,
drowning.
Wet, basically. Yeah, just drowning and...
Overly moist.
Yeah, where's the grease, man?
Dripping.
That's what we want. We want the grease.
Yeah. To be honest, I think that's, ironically, better for my heart health, but not for my taste buds.
Well, when you guys said vegetarian, I thought naturally the mind goes to healthier, so I just thought I'd bring you a healthy snack.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to pivot onto. The healthy version of garlic bread.
Yeah, absolutely.
Smaller, less oily.
Well, moving on to the next one. So, we just tried the Brew City halloumi fries. You know what? Before we get into it, I just want to say, not as crispy as I would have liked. Bella, any thoughts?
I've got quite a lot of thoughts on this actually because I feel like I've just had an experience I've never experienced before. So I've eaten a lot of halloumi in my time. I love the squeak. I love the firm texture. Now, this was very different. This was soft. And in my opinion, if you hadn't told me that was halloumi, I wouldn't have known.
More mozzarella-y. The saltiness of halloumi, but not the...
Yeah. So it's like, I feel like the texture of the cheese was actually really nice. There was nothing unpleasant about it. It just didn't resemble halloumi. And I feel like, the outside perhaps wasn't as crispy as I was expecting. I feel like people should try it just so that they know.
It's an anomaly.
That, to me, isn't a halloumi fry because it's not like anything I've had before.
No.
But if I wanted a sort of fried, soft cheese thing, which who doesn't want that, then yeah.
It does remind me a bit more of mozzarella because normally, like you're saying with halloumi, I find it usually a bit firmer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's definitely like an oily factor to this. I guess some people might find it a little off-putting, but personally, I quite enjoy it.
I liked the tiny hints of spices with it.
Yeah, there was a bit of seasoning, but it wasn't like overwhelming.
No, it had a weird kind of buttery flavour that I quite enjoyed. You know, it would be a lot better if you had some condiment to go with it. Top-notch snack.
Nice. Well, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
It's better than my non-cheesy pizza, for sure. But we should really get into these sausages before they cool down.
That brings us on to the last one, which is the Beyond Meat sausages. Let's dig in. Now, after trying these, I just want to say they're amazing, and they definitely haven't fallen into that pitfall of... I know I said the Linda McCartney mozzarella burgers were good earlier, but the sausages, really not a fan. They just have this, like, way overly, like, seasoned, like, they're just dumped in way too many different herbs, or, like, even the ones like just rosemary, are just too much, and these ones have such a good balance.
They really
they're
do taste...
delicious.
Yeah, they do taste really kind of meaty, which is a lot of the time you do not get that with plant-based sausage.
Absolutely.
There was a very, very mild tinge of that kind of like almost mushroomy flavour that you normally get with substitute meat.
But at this level, I like it a lot. Because, it adds to it. It doesn't overpower anything.
Yeah, it wasn't overwhelming. Texture was very good. Another issue that you normally have with non-meat sausages.
I mean, it definitely beats the... I like the corn ones, but it definitely beats them out in terms of, like, flavour. And the fact that there's a particular texture to them which is familiar, but not in a way that I go, oh, okay, so it's just a regular sausage kind of thing. It's obviously a veggie one. It's somewhere in between, and it's really nice. It's
I'm
really,
loving
really
these
nice.
reviews. Yeah, I think you bring up Linda McCartney sausages. It's like back in the day, that's all there was. If you didn't want to eat a meat sausage,
They're so dry.
There's no texture. There's no skin. It's rubbish.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you start eating like sort of like fresh sausages, it just doesn't compare. So I mean, the only thing that could make them better, in my opinion, would be if they were cheaper. But that's with most things, I think.
Yeah. Sort of vegan, vegetarian market things. There's this push to kind of like bump the price up because they know people will pay it, kind of thing. If you're limited in terms of dietary requirements, that there's I have to get this kind of thing. But you know what? For the amount you get. And I think we made fun of the size of them earlier. Once they've cooked, and they're sort of like, they're regular sausage size, like they're perfectly good.
Really? I think they're quite big. I mean, it's great, and it's not a bad thing. But,
yeah, I'm going to say hands down, those are the best vegetarian sausages I've ever.
I'd say they probably... I haven't had many options, but yeah, I'd say they were.
Yeah.
My only down point for them
Very
is
glad you brought them.
never once have I just had a sausage by itself. It's always in a bun with something, you know, some bacon wrapped around it.
Exactly, and I think, again, that's the major pitfall the other ones fall into, where they over-season it to kind of step it apart from, like, just other sausage in general. But because, say, like, you might be gluten-free, something like that, you're not having bread with it, you're not having anything else.
They are gluten-free.
Oh my.
They are gluten-free, exactly. That you can't then add something else in there to give you the texture, the flavour, to make it a whole meal. So they just go, oh, we'll just chuck loads of stuff in there, and then you just need that. And it doesn't work. But with these, perfect.
Oh.
Almost all together, you could have a garlic pizza bread with a halloumi fry on it and a sausage cut in half on top. Like, that would be a good combo.
This is a very pleasant episode.
That was delicious. I wish there was more.
Yeah, a lot of the time we get these kind of like biscuity things or chocolate, and I haven't eaten today, so having like just pizza, cheesy chips, and sausages was a very pleasant experience.
Delicious.
Well, I'm pretty happy. Anybody got any final thoughts?
Yum.
Other than how yummy everything was, because this was really nice.
No, I just fully enjoyed that. I'm ready for...
No losers in this one.
No, I'm in a bit of a carb fugue state right now, just enjoying it, kind of passing through my body.
Yeah.
I will say I'm a little bit sad that my pizza wasn't the pizza I wanted to bring.
It wasn't the prime time example
No.
you had in mind.
What can you do?
It's the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah. Cut it out.
This actually was a meal altogether. I'm looking at that and I'm like, I know that there's no vegetables. I can see that it's a beige plate, but I'd eat the shit out of that.
Yeah. There's a reason people eat a lot of beige. Some of it's really good.
Yeah.
Some of it's definitely not, but...
The anti-rainbow diet.
Well, with tastings over, it's time to check our notes and write down some scores. But before we can get into that, it's time for my favourite segment,
Mayonnaise?
where Charles has laid down the gauntlet in no uncertain terms that, quote, there is nothing I wouldn't mayo. So we're here, unfortunately, to put that to the test with the items we brought this episode.
I'm looking forward to this. We've got some good snacks. All of them pair particularly well with mayonnaise.
I would say this is actually going to be a pretty good episode for you because personally would eat all of these with mayonnaise anyway. So Charles, which one are you having first?
Okay, I'm going to blast through the garlic bread pizza, the halloumi fry, and then the sausage.
Nice. Take it away.
Garlic pizza, I'm going to give it an 8. The pizza was lacking somewhat, but the mayonnaise really brought it up there.
I can imagine it did. It looked like a good pairing.
It's a very good pairing.
Nice. And up next we have...
The halloumi fry.
Nice. And what are you thinking for a score out of 10?
9.5.
9.5.
That was
Whoa.
delicious.
Whew.
I really pity you for not having one. It was almost perfect.
It looked real good. I was quite jealous. That brings us on to the third and final product.
Sausage time.
Sausage time with the Beyond Meat sausages. Let us know what you think.
I'll give it an 8.5. Funnily enough, I enjoyed the sausage by itself.
I thought that too.
The mayonnaise, you know, I prefer having mayonnaise with everything, but I don't feel as though it added much to the sausage.
Okay, fair enough. I think that's a respectable score.
A respectable score.
Well, that of course brings us into the third and final round, judging. Alright guys, it's time for the all-important third round where we vote for this episode's
Snack Champ!
Charles, what are you going for?
It has to be the Brew City halloumi fries for me.
Oh, yes. I mean, it doesn't matter that I brought it or not. It was... Yeah.
This doesn't happen very often, but mine was not the best.
Yours was an unfortunate on-the-day incident.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was a little bit sad, but I don't know, I just preferred the halloumi fries to the sausage. I don't know, they're nice and salty and delicious, and salt is a big thing for me. If you had salted those saucies...
I would treasure this vote. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Bella, what about you?
I'm team sausage, I'm afraid. I know I brought them, but I just think that the others were maybe not as flavourful, and the texture maybe was a bit better in the sausage.
Never fear voting for your own thing. You just vote for what you think's best.
Yeah, well,
Exactly. I mean, that's the thing. Like, it's very rare that someone's going to sway you on a thing that you're like, oh, this particular topic or theme, and you go like, you know what? I always go to this every single time. It's my favourite. But that's the joy. If you do find something that's better that someone else has brought, that's just another thing that you like.
It's an
It's great.
added bonus.
Exactly.
Sam, what are you voting for, my man?
Now, I will say on that note, I really enjoyed the Beyond Meat sausages. I will say yet again, it was hands down the best vegetarian sausage I've ever had. But
Oh, he's voting for
on
himself.
the
He's screwed
day,
it there.
on the day, I'm afraid I think I've got to go with the halloumi fries. I really, really like them, and you know what? because I feel like in terms of like a Snaccident, I'm definitely going to have that with halloumi fries, because regardless, whenever I see them in the store, I'm going to buy like X amount of packets and just eat them all in one go, as opposed to fry up the sausages perfectly, put in a nice bun, stuff like that. I'm going to respect those more, and I'm just going to eat the shit out of all of the halloumi fries. So I think honestly I have to go halloumi this time. Unfortunately, the pizza, it was nice.
It's
it was
a non-starter.
right, but it wasn't in the running. But that sausage was wow.
But he's seen the opportunity to actually win a round.
Sabotage!
No, it was the best sausage, but yeah, in terms of like if there's something I'm going for, I'm going to add to a meal, or that I'm going to sit down and just binge on, I think it is going to be halloumi fries. So guys, is there anything the others could have done to take in that win?
For me, I don't know.
I just love sausage.
I do love sausage. And yeah, I think a floppy halloumi fry just isn't. It is to do with how crispy you like food, isn't it? I think for me the texture's not there. So I think that if the halloumi fry, because I love a halloumi fry, was crispier.
I think I would have preferred that as well, honestly. What are we thinking in terms of pizza? Because I think
that needs to go in the bin. That was I mean,
what could it have done to not go in the bin?
Had more of everything that it had.
Yeah, no.
Looked like the
Completely
picture on the
agree.
box.
More cheese, more garlic. I think for you said cooked a bit more.
Yeah, oil.
Less dust on the bottom.
Oil. I want it oily.
Wet.
I want there to be just garlic pissing out of it from every angle. That's what I want.
No, it's fair enough. I think I probably would have preferred the sausage if it was in a bun with, some onion and some bacon, some mayonnaise.
I do see the sausage as like a proper meal, yeah.
Yeah.
It would be the star of the show.
I guess the thing is, the halloumi fries by themselves were just more heavy on flavour for me than the sausage was.
Fair enough.
Halloumi fries could have been crispier though.
Yeah.
You just cooked them
Yeah,
horribly.
yeah, that was a shame. Unfortunately. Right, well, it's time once again to see if today's winner, Brew City Halloumi Fries, can stand up against our reigning Snacklander. There can be only one. And so, we enter the final Snack-down. It is Brew City Halloumi Fries versus the reigning champ, Bretzen Appelschlaufen. Or whatever
That's not the real name.
whatever it's supposed to be called, it's complicated. Apfel corn.
Apfel juice.
Appelschlaufen.
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 Okay,
I know what I'm going with.
yeah. Should we go with the guest first?
So it's this or the fry, right?
Yeah.
It's this or the fry.
I'd go fry because I'm all about that salty life.
Fair enough. I can respect that. Charles?
I'm gonna have to go with the halloumi fry. I
Oh
don't know whether it's because I haven't really eaten much today and just getting that good, greasy, salty yums in my mouth. All that was nice. Also, had slightly less to drink today, so the alcoholic option is seeming less appealing. I do love Apfelschalfen, and I always will, but I feel as though we maybe stiffed the competition for the last few.
I feel that goo pot.
The goo pot, I
Definitely.
lost its chance of glory, because it is my favourite dessert, I think.
Oh, absolutely.
But no, I'm going to have to go for halloumi fries this time.
Well, once again, my vote doesn't count because it's already a winner. But
It would be good to know what you were going to vote for.
it'd be good to know. I'll tell you. I think having tried the Appelschlaufen again, it's one of those things where I do enjoy it, but I think I enjoy it the more I have it, and as a single sitting, like an individual portion. I think I do have to go with halloumi fries as well.
Whoa.
That said, I think the Appelschlaufen is going to be good any time of day, anywhere, whatever it is.
In the car,
In the car,
at work,
on a flight.
babysitting.
Yeah. Offering cream.
Yeah. Very true, Sam.
I think, again, the Appelschlaufen is good any time of day, anywhere, but the halloumi fries, I do concede, obviously, if they're not hot, if they're not crispy, they are going to suffer in terms of scoring, in terms of enjoyment. But I think I am going to have to go with that today.
It's a win-win-win.
It's a win-win-win. I'm not that sad. All of it's delicious, but this is just the more deliciouser.
Do I now get to take the Appelschlaufen home with me?
Perhaps.
Yeah!
Well, this can only mean a new
Snacklander
has been crowned.
Appelschlaufen, lay your ambitions to rest. Halloumi fries are the best!
And so a new Snacklander has been crowned. So Bella, thank you for joining us. Is there anything you'd like to give a shout out to?
Well, seeing as it's a foodie day, I would like to shout out to Good Day Cafe in Bath, always providing the most delicious brownies I've ever put in my mouth, and they do brookies and cookie pies. They are the best dessert place around.
Whoa, I don't know what this is. Where
Good
is
Day
it?
Cafe.
No, where is
Never
it?
been. I gotta say, I really love that.
Yeah.
They're so good. I really want to get one of their t-shirts, but they sold out. There was a particular one I was after.
What? I feel as though
Very
I've
sad.
missed a whole thing.
You really have, dude. It's like a cookie meal when you go
Whoa.
there.
Okay, so Sam's taking me for dessert next week.
Definitely, Good Day Cafe. Check them out in Bath. They are excellent. I just want to say thank you guys for joining us. Remember, if you're enjoying the show, let us know and maybe share it with a friend. Spread the love.
Woo!
Now, if you've got any suggestions, questions, or stories of your own Snaccidents, send those to snaccidentspodcast@gmail.com. Go snack yourself!
You can find us on all the regular socials, plus you can always check out our website at snaccidentspodcast.com for more.
And thank you all for listening.
Join us next episode for all new themes, all new snacks, and maybe a new
Snacklander! Keep it crunchy!